Hi everyone, this is Meryl, your librarian. I put together this short video just to introduce you to some of the library databases that might be good places for you to look when you're putting together your two speeches, your informational speech and your persuasive speech. So if you start on the library homepage, and we're going to scroll down here to library resources, and I'm going to click on search the databases. And this is the page that lists all of our databases. I'm going to scroll down, so we're going to be actually working in individual databases, and you can see some of them are subject specific, but we're going to be searching in the ones that are cover a wide range of subjects and topics. A quick word about the databases for those of you who've never used them before. These are all tools that you can access from anywhere at any time. The only difference is if you are on campus, when you click on one of the databases, you'll get directly in, but if you are off campus, you'll get to a screen. When you click on it, you'll get to a screen that asks you to log in using your Canvas login information. So it's quite simple, and the idea is, of course, that the sources found in these databases are available and accessible to you at all times from anywhere. Okay. So I'm going to start by showing you opposing viewpoints. This is a database that you can tell by the title. It takes on a range of different topics and different issues, and presents differing kind of a pro-con. So it's a good place to look, especially if you're not, first off, if you're not sure what issue you want to be talking about in your speeches, because then you can look to this link right here, browse issues, and you'll see a huge list, alphabetical, of a lot of different different issues that are kind of in debate or in discussion. If this list is a little too big and you have a better idea of kind of the subject area that you're interested in, you can narrow it down using clicking on one of these links. I'm just going to very quickly go through here, and I'm going to grab the one genetically modified food just to show you what this looks like. Go ahead and click on it, and you'll see down here on this page that these are all there are articles, and there's audio, there's images, there are magazine articles, statistics, videos. These are all the different types of sources that they are in this database that relate to genetically modified food. This first entry here is particularly maybe useful to you for your informational speech, because these introductory essays are good because that's basically, they introduce you to the topic. So you'll see definitions, maybe you'll get a little bit of background, a little bit of history, and that's very useful, again, if you're just trying to, particularly for your informational speech, if you're just trying to gather and learn the basics. And also they usually will have a section that will lay out what the issues are with this particular topic, and here you can see environmental and safety concerns. So this, again, a very short section that addresses the debate around environmental concerns, and down here the debate over regulation and labeling. And again, this is just kind of basic background information. If you want this article, as with all of our databases, you can email it to yourself. I highly would recommend it. It's a nice simple tool to use to make sure that you can easily get back to the article. Okay, so you also find in this database the viewpoints, and as you can tell by the title, opposing viewpoints, that's kind of the point of it. So you can see, I'm going to click on the big list, 139 of them. You can see it kind of goes back and forth. Genetically modified is unsafe, genetically modified food is healthy, genetically modified food is unhealthy. So again, it's kind of the back and forth. And the important thing to remember, if you look at these viewpoints, is that these are opinion pieces, and the people who write them definitely have a point of view, and that's the purpose of writing the essay. So just keep that in mind, and look at who wrote it, the person or the organization, and look at the information that they provide very critically, and before you just gobble it up and take it as correct. Okay, so that is that database. I'm going to go back now to our list, and then the only other one I'm going to show you very quickly, I would recommend ProQuest is good, Academic Search Premier is very good. Also down here we have a database with the New York Times, and the Newsbank Access World News is also a good resource, especially because it has newspapers and magazines from all over the world. So depending upon what the subject or the topic is of your speeches, that might be interesting to take a look at. But I'm going to very quickly jump into ProQuest and just show you a real simple search. This is when you just can type in your topic, and in here all the databases, if you have the option, make sure you check full text. You can also adjust the dates, and let's say I'm interested in seeing what's some articles written just within the last 3 years, and then just do a basic search. And I got a lot of results, but I can start looking through a few of the titles. And if I'm interested in any of them, I just go ahead and click on the title, and there's my article. And if I want it, again, I can email it to myself, and I can also print it out. So take advantage of those little tools to help you. All right, so those are the databases. You shouldn't have much problem. They're pretty easy to use. The only other thing I want to show you before I wrap it up is that we have a resource guide that is specifically for giving you tips and suggestions and different tools when you need to put together a presentation. So I've linked it on the guide here. It's on the tab next to where this video is, and you can kind of go through it and see if anything interests you here that might be useful. Looks like it's having a little trouble loading here. There we go. The other thing I just want to point out to you is we also have a presentation practice room. It's on the 4th floor of the library, and we created this room specifically for students who need to practice when they have to make some kind of a speech or a presentation to their class. So as you can see in these photos, it has a desktop with a big screen. So if you want to project your PowerPoint, and you can practice in here either by yourself if you want to practice your speech, or if you want to have if you're working on a group project where you'll be making a speech together with other students. So that's that room, and you do need to reserve it, and you can do that online from any computer. Just get to this link. All right, that's about it, I think. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I hope this was useful. Take care.